Ladies and gentlemen, that magical time has arrived. And now to speak the most famous words in motorsports, the chairman of the board of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Mary Hallman George.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
43 drivers racing for one trophy, and to be chanced to known forever as the winner at Indianapolis. The Brickyard 400 starts next on NBC. 160 laps to make up the 400 miles. In the Brickyard 400 today, $8.8 million on the line. The drivers aren't thinking about any of that. They're thinking about one thing, the checkered flag, the trophy. They're coming down for the start of the 11th Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Going into the first corner. Ward Burton and Casey Mears bouncing off each other.
Oh, look out, guys.
And you got to be careful. You do not want to do that in this place. The aerodynamics is so important here. You don't want to ruin those fenders. Not now.
They've already have.
Yeah.
I mean, you think the Brickyard 400 isn't a big deal. Ward Burton was not going to give up that front row spot. He wanted to lead that first lap.
Casey Mears leads. Elliott Sadler is second. Ward Burton under challenge for third. Dale Earnhardt Jr. slides through in the eighth. Marty.
Ward Burton came on the radio when that contact happened, or after it happened, and said, "Tell Casey I owe him one."
Okay.
He's got plenty of laps left. He's got to catch him first.
Casey may think the same thing too. Tell Ward I owe him one.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Jeff Gordon. 24, working on his teammate Brian Vickers. That's for 7th place. Gordon is through. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 trying to follow in that inside opening.
24, 25, 48, all those cars owned by Rick Hendrick or Hendrick Motorsports.
Indianapolis as the green flag waves, and the Brickyard 400 back up to speed as the green flag waves. Michael Waltrip ducks onto pit road.
My guess is that would be a plan, trying to get as much fuel as we can.
No plan, guys. A right front flat. They asked the 16 of Greg Biffler to ride up and take a look at it. He said, "You have a flat tire." They change right sides and leave.
Ward Burton by, Jeff Gordon by.
And both those cars go by Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car.
Whoa.
Oh, Jeff.
4 car, little bit loose, slides up the racetrack.
And Junior back by him. Overcooked a little bit into the corner.
And you look, see how much momentum, just that little tap, how much momentum the 41 car lost. Look at all those positions. Nemechek got by, Ryan Newman got by in the 12.
Yeah, Ward Burton, Jeff Gordon. We've seen more people bouncing off each other in the few laps of green flag racing we've done today.
Brickyard.
That's exactly right. They are going for it. And that's exactly why we're seeing so many cars brush the wall. That's why we're seeing contact, because this is not just another race.
Elliott Sadler leads. Ward Burton is second. Dale Earnhardt Jr. third. Jeff Gordon fourth. Joe Nemechek fifth. And Ryan Newman sixth. Jimmy Johnson seventh. And Casey Mears is shuffled all the way back to the number 8 spot. Just by that little bump and run.
Let's take a look at it from Dale Jr.'s car when he got into the back of Casey Mears coming out of turn 4. This is in the short chute. He thinks he's got an opening, drives down in there. I mean, just barely touched him.
But you're right, Alan. That was a terrific save by Casey Mears to keep control of that car. Dave, what they said about the 8 car?
Well, BP Jr. had a comment, and he's talking on the radio right now. I'm trying to listen to him. A little bit tight to the middle of the corner, but he thought Casey Mears cut him off. That's what he said on the radio.
Well, I don't know about that. He wasn't far up enough on the 41 car for him to give him the lane. I mean, that was just, that was a hope and a prayer right there.
Wally, as long as we have racing cars on oval tracks, that's the argument we'll always have.
He cut me off.
And the other guy said he ran in the back of me.
Now Dale Earnhardt Jr. running third, being chased by Jeff Gordon, the three-time Brickyard 400 winner, and a change of positions behind them. Ryan Newman in the 12, getting by Joe Nemechek in the 01. That'll put Newman from South Bend, Indiana, into 5th place.
Ooh, Gordon taking a look, takes the spot from Junior.
See, that's what Junior expected Casey Mears to do for him, is say, okay, go ahead, you're faster than me. You think?
Yeah, no. Weber.
Yeah, that 24 car is pretty good. The word from Jeff Gordon on the radio, this car is turning right. And right would be properly and not to the right. Gordon happy early in the Brickyard.
I was a little concerned, Bill, when you said it was turning to the right.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned when I heard it, BP. That's next week.
Yeah, Watkins Glen, the road course. So Jeff Gordon to 3rd, Earnhardt Jr. back to 4th. Just ahead of Ryan Newman in 5th. Let's check back on Tony Stewart, both of them. Jeff Gordon on the move, looking for 2nd place.
Man, that car is turning.
And that'll bring the fans here in Indianapolis to their feet as Gordon goes to the runner-up spot.
All right, Jeff Gordon about a little over 3 seconds behind Elliott Sadler, the leader. Keep an eye on that and see if he is able to chase down the 38 car.
Jeff Gordon, 6 top 5s, 8 top 10s in 8 Brickyard 400 starts. The only 3-time winner of this race in its 10 previous runnings. There's Gordon, 3.1 seconds behind the leader, Elliott Sadler.
24, Jeff Gordon, little free in, little tight under throttle, driving the car he had at both Pocono races, where he got 2 top 5 finishes, Marty.
8 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. is in. They will make an air pressure adjustment and a chassis adjustment. A little bit snug in the corners for Junior. 4-tire stop.
Dave, our leader, Elliott Sadler, will hit pit road in first position. Obviously, the team has just taken over the lead in the Powerade competition. 1 pound of the right rear car, just a little bit loose, Bill. Jeff Gordon in the 24 car. Robbie Loomis warned him, stay inside the yellow line. That's the pit box border. A little bit tight, 4 tires and fuel.
And a Ford of Elliott Sadler will lead the field to the green flag for the restart.
Let's see how many guys blocked here.
Elliott did.
Yep.
He's trying to keep that 24 car behind him till he can get up to speed.
Boy, that 24 car was cutting awfully good, which means he's turning real well in the corners. And I think if he can get up there a little bit closer to Elliott. Elliott is looking in the mirror a little bit, making that car wide. Bill Weber.
Wally, just a little tight, as we were talking about, just a half pound of air pressure in the right rear.
Got to free that car up a little bit.
Gordon running 2nd, just making a note. Mark Martin, just right side tires on his pit stop to get some of the track position back he lost earlier when he had to make a couple of stops as a bid for the lead.
Taking a look.
Jeff Gordon looking on Elliott Sadler.
He's got him.
And he does it at the right place, down the front straightaway, amongst all those people. Gets them all up on their feet cheering.
So the 3rd leader of the Brickyard 400 is Jeff Gordon. Elliott Sadler 2nd, Earnhardt Jr. 3rd off the pit stops, Jeremy Mayfield 4th. That was Matt Kenseth, who is passing Mark Martin for 5th. Mark is back to 6th. Jimmy Johnson 7th. Ryan Newman 8th, Ward Burton 9th. Jeff Green and Richard Petty's 43 running 10th.
What's that? Jeff Gordon, 200 miles per hour as he enters turn 3 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. During qualifying, we saw some cars running 205 as they entered turns 1 or 3. Elliott Sadler. Can he get to 200? Yes, he did.
Carrying a little bit of steam down there into that corner.
I'm telling you. And it's a 90-degree corner when you get there.
For 13th. Up front, Jeff Gordon being pursued by Elliott Sadler as he leads at the 100-mile mark of the Brickyard 400. There are your top 5. Jeff Gordon pursuing an unprecedented 4th win here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
And is currently up in the 6th position.
Elliott Sadler led the opening laps after taking the lead from Casey Mears at lap 3. Then Jeff Gordon went by him. Jimmy Johnson racing for 8th place with Ryan Newman and went for the roundy round. and did not hit anything somehow. Pit road is open. Matt
Newman climbed back into the top 5. No changes on his first stop, but they're going to make a chassis adjustment and air pressure adjustment on this stop. The car was loose on entry, made it even tighter off, so they're going to try to work on the entry the most, Marty.
Elliott Sadler running second. He said, we were good, but we need to be better. Half pound back in the right rear tire to the way it was. 2 tires for track position. Bill.
Car is tight for Jeff Gordon. They're taking 2 right side tires. He's on his way, made a track bar adjustment. Dave.
So Jeff Gordon will go back into the #1 spot as the pace car heads for the pit lane, and we go back racing.
We normally would say he stays out there for 5 extra points, but you know what? Today they pay $400 per lap to lead. So that was $800. Good decision.
Jeff Gordon, Elliott Sadler, Dale Jarrett, Matt Kenseth, and Robbie Gordon, the top 5. Kenseth got 4 tires on his pit stop, 4 new tires. The guys in front of him only got right side tires changed.
You know what? Kenseth's going to the front.
You think so?
Yeah.
Robbie Gordon for the 6th position. Jeff Gordon is the leader. By the way, Jimmy Johnson made an extra pit stop under that last caution. He's all the way back in 32nd place. If you were looking at those championship standings earlier and noticing the gap from Jeff Gordon, the second place driver in points, to Jimmy Johnson, that's because Gordon's leading and Jimmy Johnson is way back in 32nd. Gordon out in front as the Brickyard 400 approaches the 150-mile mark. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. We just crossed the 150-mile mark of the 11th Brickyard 400. Jeff Gordon leading at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Elliott Sadler 2nd, Dale Jarrett 3rd, Matt Kenseth up to 4th. Those cars in the picture there. Tony Stewart is 5th. Paving bricks remain that show on this track.
Bill, what about Casey Kane? What are they saying now?
Yeah, just to put a period on it, Benny, caught right front tire before he hit the wall.
Jeff Gordon is out in front of the Brickyard 400, the 9th Brickyard in 11 that he's led. His lead almost 3 seconds on 2nd place, Elliott Sadler.
Bottom of your screen, Dale Jarrett will take on 4 tires. Slight air pressure adjustment adding to the right rear. That will help loosen up the car. He was just a bit tight through the corners. Marty?
38 car in the middle of your screen in 2nd place, Dave. He said extremely loose on that run. Put the air pressure back where it was. Half pound out of the right rear, pound in the left rear. Bill?
24 car of Gordon, slight air pressure adjustment. He's a little freeze on his way. 38's going to beat him. Marty.
Hey, if you can pass Jeff Gordon in the pits, it's a heck of a lot easier than doing it on the racetrack. So.
What we've seen today, it's a lot easier.
Elliott Sadler's led 25 laps today. Jeff Gordon 42. Last time we tried a restart, we ended up with a big mess down towards turn 1. Let's see what happens this time.
Well, a lot of the problem is the restart is slow.
Yeah, very slow.
That causes trouble when you have a slow restart like that. I think everybody was ready for it this time.
Back in the back, Junior. Oh, here we go. Battle for the lead. Gordon looking on the inside.
Man,
takes it away.
Kabam, that didn't take long.
Sir. Gave up the lead to Elliott Sadler on a pit stop. Rode around for a while behind him under the caution after the restart crash previously. And now right away, Jeff Gordon back out in front.
That has to hurt the confidence of the 38 driver just a little bit when it comes to thoughts of winning.
And a change behind them. Tony Stewart around Dale Jarrett to pick up 4th.
On the outside, he had too much momentum going. There was actually a wreck in front of me, and Spot and I communicated just a little bit too late there, but you know, bad deal for Net Zero Chevrolet. All the guys worked really hard. We had alternator cut out on us, and that ruined our track position, but we're starting to get the car back in shape. Just one of those parts of racing that you can't control.
All right, Terry Labonte was in the infield care center. He has been let go. Both Ward and Terry are just fine.
Good news, Marty. Ward Burton starting on the front row for today's Brickyard 400. He'll not finish. Scott Riggs, Terry Labonte, Ward Burton, Sterling Marlin, along with Derek Pope, Todd Bodine, Scott Pruitt, and Jason Leffler are the drivers in the garage. It's been almost a perfect day for Jeff Gordon, that driver.
Now, I talked to Robbie Loomis, the crew chief for the 24 car this morning, and I can't tell you how jacked up he was about trying to win the Brickyard 400. He won here before, now he wants back. Yeah. He's had the taste of victory once. He wants some more. Now then, all these cars can make it on one more stop.
Haven't run that many laps on this set of tires. Do you take tires? What do you do, Matt?
Some guys possibly going for 2. The 20 guys have 4 up on the wall. A slight track bar adjustment again by Shaggy. The car just starts out way too free for Tony the first 3 or 4 laps before it finally starts to come in. Going to try to quicken that up, Marty.
Elliott Sadler in second place hits pit road. He said, you know what, we're very, very good right now. Talking to his crew chief, Todd Barrett. I want no changes on the chassis. 2 tires for track position. Bill.
Jeff Gordon's already on his way. He said the car is the best it's been all day. Up and off the turns, 2 right side tires and fuel. Burns.
Pace cars off. Jeff Gordon to lead the field down to the restart. Elliott Sadler second, Matt Kenseth third, Robbie Gordon fourth, and Dale Jarrett fifth.
Ready and quick and green.
Up there, right in 6th.
Had a lot of 2-tire stops on that caution flag, Wally. A lot of guys getting their track position in order for that last run to the checkered flag. Jeremy Mayfield, first one up in line that I can see that got 4 tires on his pit stop, and he's in 8th place.
Jeff Gordon currently scored as the leader. I'm standing by with his crew chief, Robbie Loomis, but instead of talking to me right now, he's talking to his driver. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, buddy. How good is that car?
Jeff Gordon's doing a great job in the DuPont Chevrolet. This race team's really on today. Car, you know, extremely strong on the start of a run right after we get tires. I would like to say hello to Mary Hendrick at home, Rick's mom, and John Hendrick. We're missing them, and our thoughts are with them, and trying to get this DuPont Chevrolet a victory today.
Robbie, we talked this morning about guys running for the win at Indianapolis, about pushing everything just a little bit more to win here. Can you explain that?
Well, it's just a situation, you know, we want to win all this new format we have, the chase for the championship. Right now we can be real aggressive, learn all the things we can going into the final 10 races. It's a nice setup, and right now we're learning some things here at Indianapolis. Just real thankful to be here.
And this morning he told me he really wants that win here today. Snyder.
The fans all stand as the field comes to the line for the restart. 59 laps to go. In the Brickyard 400, just across the 250-mile mark, Jeff Gordon leads the field to turn 1. And Elliott Sadler have dominated this race. Right now, Matt Kenseth and Robbie Gordon are trying to chase them down. Dale Jarrett lurking back in 5th. There are 32 cars on the lead lap at this point in the race. We've had a lot of cautions to keep them that way.
Tell you what, that 31 car is no slouch. Robbie Gordon is pretty doggone good.
The car is, it looks to me as if it's loose, but he is driving it in pretty hard, even though it's loose. Normally you lose a little ground driving into the corner if your car's loose, but
Robbie Gordon running in 4th position now, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. taking 8th away from Brian Vickers down into turn 1. Let's hear for the most recent victim of a crash here today in the Brickyard 400. Marty.
Brendan Gaughan, who has walked from the infield care center to the tire cut as soon as you guys made contact, looked like it did.
Just impatience, you know. He went up there and no need to do it. We were all stacked up. And Shane Wilson, the Jasper guys, they made a great call. You know, we've been fighting in the back, made the race car better, took a 2-tire stop, and we were going to hold our own for the Jasper guys. And tough way to get on NBC finally, but, you know, good to see you, Marty.
All right, it's nice seeing you too, Brendan. Wally, he talked about that sound, the sound you hate when you hear the tire cut and then blow and then go into the wall. He said that's just the worst sound he's ever heard in his entire life.
yeah, sometimes it's you right before you hit the ball, but yeah, it's ugly.
Up front, Jeff Gordon matching Matt Kenseth's lap times, so his advantage stays at 2.2 seconds. We check our Harley-Davidson lap leaders and see that Jeff Gordon has dominated on the day as far as time out in front. He and Elliott Sadler have been the two guys today.
Well, Elliott Sadler's picked up over $12,000 in lap money. Jeff Gordon around $30,000.
not what they're really interested in, though, today, is it?
They're thinking about kissing those bricks.
That's right. Jeff Gordon would do it for a 4th time if he's able to hang on here today. You see the interval between himself and second place Matt Kenseth actually growing a little bit over these last few laps. He's not going to want to see this, though.
Leader of most races, most laps, has failed to win 6 of the 10 Brickyard 400s.
46 laps to go here in Indianapolis. When we come back through the field, Jeff Gordon leading the 11th running of the Brickyard 400. His crew chief, Robbie Loomis, plotting the strategy.
And Indiana's own Jeff Gordon continues to run out front, although his car now just a little bit tight, but I don't think that's bothering him. He's having a good run at a track where he really wants to perform well. Let's take you through the field. Everybody wants to finish first. Why? Just ask Jeff Gordon what it means to win this race.
You know, you just look at the list of names that have won at this racetrack, and when you put your name along with those names, it's a very, very big deal, very, very special accomplishment.
It's a home game for Gordon. He's out front. Let's take you through the field, as we said, and find out who's trying to chase him down here in the Brickyard 400. Marty.
Phil, Matt Kenseth is the guy trying to chase down Jeff Gordon. It's been since the 3rd race of the season since the 17 team went to victory lane. He came on the radio about 10 laps ago, said, that's all I have for this run. I need to be out front to get past Gordon.
10 of 29 cars that are on the lead lap late in the Brickyard 400. As we just crossed the 120 lap mark, 300 miles into the race. We continue to go through the field with 11th place Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dave. Which pit crew gets their guy off pit road first? If Matt Kenseth's team can get out ahead of Jeff Gordon's, could save him from having to try and pass him on the racetrack.
2-time Brickyard winner Dale Jarrett needs a chassis adjustment so the car will turn better. A 4th tire stop as well. Car looks a little hot, but he's okay. Marty.
Dave, 2nd place man Matt Kenseth is a little bit loose. He said, let's not over adjust here. Let's make a small adjustment. Half pound on the right rear. Bill.
Gordon is tight. They freed him up. 4 tires and fuel. He's on his way.
And it looks like he's going to hold serve on the stop.
So after Schrader stops before the restart, Gordon will take over the lead. We're set to go. The pit crew did their job on the stop. Mobile retailers about to go back under the green flag with 32 laps to go. Jeff Gordon leading, Matt Kenseth chasing.
Ready. Green.
Well, if Kenseth has anything for him, he needs to show it now.
And Jeff Gordon just ran his fastest lap of the day, last lap. He's going for it as well.
You think he wants it?
Yeah, he wants it bad, big time.
Some of the closest racing that's going on among the top 20. Up front, Jeff Gordon has left Matt Kenseth by a 2 3/4, Bill.
Very impressive run here late in the Brickyard 400 for Jeff Gordon. Under the last caution, before he came to pit road, he goes, this car is darn good. You guys give me one more stop. You've given me good stops all day. Give me one more. 13.2 is what they did. Gordon pulled away, got on the track and said, thanks, guys. Good job. These are the guys he's talking about.
Robbie Loomis, crew chief, Forest City, Florida.
Craig Carrion, front tire carrier, Sanborn, New York.
Brian Pepe, front tire changer, Orlando, Florida.
Jeff Cook, Jackman, Malik Creek, North Carolina.
Steve Letarte, rear tire carrier from Cornish, Maine.
Mike Atwell, rear tire changer, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Jeff Craven, gas man, High Point, North Carolina.
Caleb Hurd, catch can, Pulaski, Virginia.
Matt Clark, pit crew coach, North Haven, Connecticut.
Jeff Gordon came to Indiana as a kid, came here, took the tour in the Speedway bus, looked at the names on the wall, visited the museum, moved to stock cars, thought he had lost the dream of racing here. Now he's won here 3 times, and today could tie Mears, Foyt, and Unser Sr. as a 4-time winner at Indianapolis, and those guys have played a big role.
You saw the times for Jeff Gordon's pit stops on the day. A couple of 2-tire stops in there, but overall 15 seconds was their worst pit stop of the day. Pretty solid. Matt Kenseth a little bit faster than Jeff Gordon. The last lap by, he's close to a 2.5 down from a 2 3/4. When they come back around, we'll check our AOL top speeds and compare their lap times this time by. Jeff Gordon, 4 times a winner in this 2004 season, 3 times a winner here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Moved to second in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship standings after the Pocono race last Sunday, getting by Dale Earnhardt Jr. in those standings. He's led the most laps in 3 of the last 6 races. Now today at Indianapolis, make it 4 of the last 7. That 24 car spent the most time out in front.
Okay, we're going by Jeff Gordon. Matt Kenseth that time a little bit quicker.
Check back through the top 10.
Mark Martin, 3rd best.
Fastest lap last time among the leaders, Matt Kenseth with the top speed. Shaved another 1/10 of a second off Jeff Gordon's lead.
They seem to be going back and forth on that, though. A couple laps, Kenseth will be quick, and then Jeff Gordon's fast a few laps.
Robbie Loomis and Jeff Gordon on the radio. Stay out. It's the only chance we have to win. And that's because if he pits, nobody else will.
Yeah, that's right. When you're the leader, like last night out at IRP, when you're the leader, you're in a tough spot because the guys behind you are going to do the opposite of what you do. You pit, they're going to stay out. You stay out, they're going to pit.
But as a leader, I mean, he's got a great race car. So I mean, they made the right move.
For the end of the lead lap, Jeff Gordon's team getting him off pit road first on the last set of stops all the leaders made. Gordon has been the dominant driver today. Now the most recent yellow brought out for debris. It came a lap too late for Matt Kenseth, who hit that debris. Dominance today, Jeff Gordon led 108 of the 145 laps that have been run so far. Bill?
Robbie Loomis, Jeff Gordon's crew chief. You've had a great day, but is your car okay? Did he hit something out there?
He definitely hit some debris down there. It got Kenseth, it looked like, too. But we came to win this Brickyard 400. Our only shot at us to stay out there. Good Lord willing, we're going to bring it home. We're going to see what happens here.
You had the binoculars out. Could you see anything?
I saw more than I wanted to. The lower right front looks like it took a pretty hard shot. This place is so aero dependent, but hopefully that baby will be sealed up and will be in good shape.
All right, let's see if you guys can get a look at that upstairs.
I'll guarantee you that's going to make a difference.
Yes, we saw where he ran over that piece of debris and has knocked a chunk out of the front air dam.
That's going to make the car tight because that basically, you know, with that air dam, when it's perfect, it sucks the front of the car down. Now there's a big hole in it. So I believe he's going to have his hands full. It's not going to be like it was.
I believe opportunity's knocking for Dale Jarrett.
I think so.
And Elliott Sadler, the guys behind Jeff Gordon.
And that was where the 24 was so strong, was in those corners, because he could drive that car down to the bottom and the front of the car was just stuck.
Okay, we're going to find out in just a couple of minutes.
14 laps to go as they come to the restart.
Green.
See, everybody but Kyle Petty that's on the track is on the lead lap, so no traffic to deal with for these front runners as they race for positions in the closing laps in Indianapolis. Good restart for Jeff Gordon.
So far, so good.
Elliott Sadler pressuring his teammate for second.
And that's what Gordon wants to see in this mirror. He wants to see those guys behind him race.
7, 8 laps to go, and they throw the green flag on these cars. Bill, 24 car, I don't think wanted to see this caution flag.
Didn't want to see that. Didn't want to see the debris. We heard Matt Kenseth talk about it. Under caution, this was Jeff Gordon's conversation with crew chief Robbie Loomis about the debris on the racetrack.
Piece of debris I just hit, killed the thing, killed it. I tell you what, that is just screwed up. That NASCAR is not keeping their eyes open. That is a big piece of debris, guys. I don't know what's going to happen here.
And that's almost a catch-22 situation, because a lot of times NASCAR is called for putting that caution flag out for debris too soon. In this case, obviously, Jeff felt that they put it out too late. We'll see if it costs him a win here at Indianapolis.
And, you know, it's hard to say how long that piece of debris was there before Jeff Gordon got to it and hit it. If it had been there for 30 seconds, yeah, absolutely no excuse. If it just fell off a car in front of Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, that's right. There's no way of knowing exactly when the piece of debris was put on the racetrack.
Stay out on the track and try and make do in this final lap's mad scramble with what they've got on board, including Jeff Gordon.
Hey, I know Bill Weber's down there probably monitoring the 24. Bill, has Jeff said anything on that last restart? If felt his car was different?
No, hasn't said a thing. Not a thing.
Okay.
Okay, when they come back, get the green flag, there will be 8 laps to go to decide who is going to have the date with the Bricks tonight.
These guys aren't thinking about points right now, I'll tell you that.
That's right.
They are not thinking about points.
Wally, if he's not saying anything, I'm taking the assumption that the car is good.
Yeah,
aren't you?
I would think so, yeah.
I'll take a little different twist on that, Bill. There's nothing he can do about it now. He's either going to make do and win Indy with what he's got, or he's not.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, because they weren't coming in there even after he said he hit that thing.
Yeah. So Jeff Gordon picking up damage after running over some debris on the racetrack. You could see the hole in the lower right front part of his car. That last little run didn't seem to affect the aerodynamics. Question is, will it in this short sprint to the finish? Dale Jarrett chasing him. Elliott Sadler, a strong car all race, hanging with Gordon most of the day. Fell back a little bit. Now he's trying to see if he can come from third to win this race.
There you see the spot right underneath the headlight on that right front corner, and as Wally says, it just doesn't seal the front of the racetrack the way it needs to, but I think he's getting a break. It probably would show up in 10 or 15 laps, maybe not in 8.
Or if he was behind another car.
Yeah.
He's got all the air on his car right now because he's the leader, and that is helping a lot.
Does Dale Jarrett think his best chance to win this race is to get Jeff Gordon right on this restart?
I would think so. You have to. The restarts are so important. So, yeah, I think everybody's going to be standing in their seat on the restart. Dave.
You agree with the 88 team. That's exactly what they've been talking about.
Well, here it is. Pace cars off. The 250,000 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway are all standing, waiting to see how the final miles of this race play out. Green flag with 8 laps to go.
You see a little mirror driving here, too, I bet. A little blocking.
Gordon pulls Jarrett by a car length. Harvick trying to get a couple quick spots in the 29.
Jeff Gordon holds serve on the start. 10 car lengths off turn 2.
Jarrett tried to defend his teammate Elliott Sadler, looking for second.
And there again, that's what Gordon wants. He wants those guys behind him racing.
I think if Elliott Sadler gets alongside the 88, he will let him go. I don't think that he'll race him that hard if he can pull up alongside and let the 38 see if he can catch the 24. But he's got to catch it, the 88 first.
Jeff Gordon pulling away. The question is, when he punched that hole in that front air dam, did he damage a tire any? I'm sure something he's worried about. Victory at Indianapolis is so close.
He's worried about everything right now. Jeff Gordon.
I think so. He's been so dominant today. I'll tell you, his track record, what he's established, when you come down to a race and Jeff Gordon's got a sniff of a checkered flag and a trophy, there's just about nobody better at getting the most possible out of a car to try and get that win. For now, Elliott Sadler not able to do anything with Dale Jarrett for second. Jarrett not able to do anything with Jeff Gordon for the win.
He is trying so hard to find every ounce of speed that he can in this 88 car.
A 3-time Brickyard 400 winner leading a 2-time Brickyard 400 winner.
And right now, he's a little bit faster than Jeff Gordon.
Jeff Gordon gets away on that restart, has his cushion. Caution comes out. Jarrett's got another shot.
It looked to me like that Jarrett was coming back on the 24 car. I don't think that this caution flag was a break for Dale Jarrett. I think he was coming back.
Jeff Gordon's been having great restarts all day long.
Gordon has led 118 of 156 laps on the day, the most laps anyone's ever led in a Brickyard 400. The previous record, 117, by the man who's chasing him, Dale Jarrett. Going to be a few minutes of cleanup here. We'll come back. More green flag racing to come in the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Jeff Gordon has been in command most of the day, but it's not over yet.
No, it's got to be the best restart of his life, and it's got to be the best restart for him in his life.
I talked to Robbie Loomis. He wouldn't give me an exact number, but I'm After talking to him, I'm thinking, 164 to 166, so 4 to 6 extra laps, if that's what we're going to start calling them. Dave.
Jeff Gordon trying to win a 4th Brickyard 400. Remember the first one? 1994, August 6th, 23 years, 2 days old. Jeff Gordon winning the first non-Indy 500 auto race held here. Did it again just a couple of years later.
See, that ends on the caution flag.
1998. And then in 2001, Gordon becoming the first 3-time winner of the Brickyard 400. By then, the tradition of kissing the bricks had been started by Dale Jarrett. And Gordon puckered up. Can you imagine, think about this now, the concept here. We're working hard all day long, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and I want to go kiss a brick that's all covered in oil and rubber and gasoline and...
The best brick you'll ever kiss.
I guarantee. Jeff, a 3-time Brickyard 400 winner. The man chasing him, Dale Jarrett, has visited victory lane here twice.
The race is going to be over. Once they get the green flag and come back around, it's going to be over.
Right. And just keep in mind, under these rules, once the leader has taken the white flag, if the caution comes out, race over, field frozen, done.
But right now, if they take the green, there's a caution flag on the first lap. They could extend it because we haven't gotten to that 160. So,
Carol Bickford, Jeff Gordon's mother, looking on.
And John, his stepdad, who's been so instrumental in Jeff's success in auto racing.
John standing right behind.
She looks very nervous. He looks pretty cool.
Well, he's been in this position with Jeff many times before.
How many thousands of races do you think he's been at with Jeff over the years? Well, here it is.
Yep.
Fans on their feet still.
And all these guys got to make good restarts. This is your last shot.
Jeff Gordon spent much of his late childhood years in Pittsboro, Indiana, not far from this racetrack, running open-wheel cars, making his career before his career took a turn towards NASCAR. This racetrack, one of those he very much considers a home speedway. The crowd here very much Jeff Gordon partisans. He and Dale Jarrett going to try and settle the Brickyard 400 over a 2-lap sprint.
88 looked like he was laying back there at first.
He was, and I think Jeff kind of didn't start when he was supposed to, so he'd take that advantage away. There's Junior driving to the inside of the 9 of Casey Kane. He got a great restart to Junior, but now, did Jarrett get that start? Looks like Jeff Gordon, once again, got a terrific restart.
Casey Mears on pit road, flat left front tire at this restart. Whoa, blocking going on there.
Big time blocking.
Dale Jr. and Tony Stewart. That's for 6th place. Not often you see somebody all the way down at the white line on the backstretch here at Indy.
White flag this time. Just one more lap for Dale Jarrett to catch him.
24 just pulls out.
Dominant car all day. Now 1 lap away from a Brickyard 400 win. Jeff Gordon takes the white flag.
Now Elliott is going to do everything he can to make a move on the 88.
Who's off the pace? That's Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd with a right front problem. So far, green flag remains out. And they'll race the final half lap back to the checkered flag.
Look at all the blocking going on back there. Who's that blown up?
Somebody's blown up in the back. I believe it was.
It is Mark Martin.
Not again.
Elliott Sadler trying his teammate for second. That's all it's going to be, is for second spot. Caution flag is out. The race is over. Jeff Gordon wins the Brickyard 400 for a 4th time. A dominating performance today by Gordon.
Doing it, guys. You guys are awesome. Great job, driver. Great engines, in-house, everybody. Awesome job. Thanks, Rick.
Robbie Loomis congratulating his team. Jeff Gordon led.
Buddy, we do it together. We're all the man on this team. I'm telling you what, Hendrick Motorsports is so awesome. Thank you, guys.
As Rick Hendrick talking to Jeff. Jeff Gordon led 124 of the 160 laps today. He turned 33 on Wednesday. Happy birthday. Marty?
Well, Robbie Loomis, this is the big one. You won the Brickyard 400. How does it feel?
It's incredible. First of all, I got to tell you what, I got to thank God. This one's for Pop. I know he's watching over, so we hit the debris down there. We needed a caution lap 124, the way everything worked out today. I can't say enough about Hendrick Motorsports and the job that everyone does. The engines were incredible. Ken Howes, Randy Dorton, Rex Stump. I could go on, but hello to Mary Hendrick at home, Rick's mom. I know she's at home, and hopefully everybody's feeling better, but just a great day for DuPont Chevrolet. We're really glad to be in Victory Lane.
I talked to Jeff this morning. He said he didn't think the car was that good. What did you guys do to this thing to make it that dominating?
We didn't sleep last night. I tell you, Brian White and myself, we looked through the notes, and Joe, just such a team effort. Steve Letard, I could go on and on about these guys. It's just an incredible day. We just got to keep digging. Yesterday, the first practice, I was really sick. The car was terrible. We about weren't talking. It was so bad. Worked on it, got better and better. Right now, I'm going to kiss those bricks.
There you go. He's got a date with some mortar. He's going to go kiss some bricks.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. also had problems on the last lap, along with Mark Martin. Both of them lost finishing positions. Jeff Gordon, all his way today. He stops on the yard of bricks, and he's climbing out of the car to salute the hometown fans. Listen to the crowd.
Wish they'd show some emotion, BP.
yeah, boy. Come on. Show us how happy you are.
That's what this race means to people. That's right there.
This is so good.
That looks like our Chevy winning moment. How about that? Chevrolet congratulating Jeff Gordon and the number 24 Monte Carlo team on their big win. No cars dominated Cup racing like the defending manufacturers champion, Chevrolet and American Revolution. Look at that smile.
That's right. Acknowledge those fans, Jeff. How good is that?
Jeff Gordon has won the Brickyard 400 for a fourth time. He'll head toward Victory Lane shortly. We'll talk with him there in a moment. Jeff Gordon with his 5th victory in 2004. Hey, let's not wait for Victory Lane. You in the middle of that, Bill?
I made my way in here. A lot of handshakes, high fives, congratulations. Jeff Gordon has climbed out of the car, still parked on the yard of bricks. It took 66 years to get the first 4-time winner of the Indy 500. You won this one 4 times in 11 years. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. What an amazing week it's been, and just an awesome year for Hendrick Motorsports, this entire team. That yard of bricks right there is so special, and it just feels so incredible. And this guy right here, and
car owner Rick Hendrick is here. You know this means a lot to these two guys.
I tell you what, today's for 5. This guy right here, Robbie Loomis, what an amazing job, man.
I thought you guys weren't even talking to each other yesterday in that first practice session.
We were talking, but you didn't want to know what we were saying. But what a just great effort, man. I'm so excited.
This way.
Woo! Yes.
How about the debris you hit, Jeff?
Oh, I thought it was all over, man. I saw Martinsville flash in front of my eyes again, and you know, I thought we were done, and I hated it for Matt Kenseth that he hit it because he had a strong car. He was coming on, so it was going to make a heck of a race out of it there, and I was able to hold those guys out there at the end. But I want to thank DuPont, Pepsi, Lay's, GMAC, Chevrolet, Haas, EDS. Who else do I have to thank? But it's just an amazing day. To win at this speedway, I can't even describe the emotions going on right now. It means so, so much. To have the support of all these people here. I don't get cheered very often, and it's awesome to hear these cheers here in Indianapolis. Just a very, very special week and day for me and this entire team.
Just one more quick question. Had that piece of debris been there for a while, Jeff?
As far as I was concerned, it was there longer than it should have been because I hit it. It was just right in the groove. I don't know what it was, but it was big. I ran it over. I thought we were done. I thought it got the right front and the fender, and then I looked at my mirror and it looked like Matt had gotten it too. So, man, I don't know how we pulled that one off.
You're going to make out with the bricks?
You bet. Absolutely.
Jeff Gordon wins. Dave?
Jeff had the best car, and congratulate him on a great run.
24 was strong all day. I got to congratulate Jeff Gordon on his 4th Brickyard. But
we check the final standings as Jeff Gordon and crew drift their way toward Victory Lane from the yard of bricks. Gordon with his 4th win. here at Indianapolis in his 5th race in 2004. Brickyard 400 is over. Jeff Gordon is about to receive the winner's trophy, and next Sunday, the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series is on to the road course in Watkins Glen. We're on TNT, starting with Discover Card Countdown to Green at 1:30 Eastern. All new Dateline tonight on NBC at 7/6 Central, followed by Law & Order Criminal Intent and Crossing Jordan. Dominance today at Indianapolis for Jeff Gordon. He wins the 2004 Brickyard 400.